don't forget. Find out what and how to remember it in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. There is no worse feeling than discovering that you forgot something that you really need to remember. Your keys, just after you lock the door. Your wallet, just as you arrive at the cashier. Your anniversary, the day after your anniversary. There are some things no one wants to forget. And then there are some things that forgetting is actually a matter of life and death. If you forget to eat or to breathe, you're not going to last very long. You probably won't forget those things. Your body has a way of reminding you. As you listen to this, your body may be reminding you that it's time for lunch. Before you grab a sandwich, take a moment to read Moses' reminder to the nation of Israel. There was something they needed to remember, and it was a matter of life and death. Here's what Moses says in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 10. And when the Lord your God brings you into the land that he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give you, with great and good cities that you did not build, and houses full of all good things that you did not fill, and cisterns that you did not dig, and vineyards and olive trees that you did not plant. And when you eat and are full, then take care lest you forget the Lord, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. Moses knew two things about the nation of Israel that are also true for believers today. First of all, that God has blessed us in abundance. And second, that we are forgetful. Throughout their history, the nation of Israel forgot the blessings of God. Moses and the nation of Israel were in the middle of an avalanche of blessings. These were historic days. God had delivered them out of slavery in Egypt through 10 plagues that could only be seen as the work of God. As if that wasn't enough, he had delivered the Israelites from the army of Egypt by parting the waters of the Red Sea. He had delivered them from hunger and thirst in the desert by bringing water from stones and manna from the sky. By the time they'd reached the place where Moses was speaking these words recorded in the book of Deuteronomy, they had seen God's hand over and over again. The best was yet to come. Moses does not say, if the Lord brings you into the land. He says, when the Lord brings you into the land. It was as sure in the wilderness as it would be one day when they stood in the land of Canaan. As blessed as they already were, God would bless them even more. Moses reminds the people to be careful not to forget what God has done. We would do well to heed the same advice. Anytime the scripture says to be careful, it's a good idea to listen. When you're driving down the road and you see a big red sign that says, "Warning, bridge out ahead," you take notice. When you see that sign, you're not just going to keep on driving. You're going to turn around, or you're at least going to stop and see if the bridge is actually gone. What you aren't going to do is just continue to drive right off the end of the bridge. That wouldn't make any sense. But that's exactly what the people of Israel did over and over again. They could have avoided so much pain and distress if they had taken heed of this one warning to remember what God had done. But this passage is not just for the nation of Israel. This is a warning for you and me. Be careful not to forget what God has done. Remember all the ways that the Lord has blessed you, because now you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.